Welcome everyone, welcome back. It's me, William D. Ness, with another MultiVersus Basics video, and today I bring you... Was that a bird? No, it looked like a plane? No, I was wrong. It was Superman. Let's go to the lab. So we're going to start off with our perks. Our very first signature perk is Sniper Punch. Superman's aim punch range is extended. The damage and knockback from the aim punch are increased at long distances, but decreased in close quarters. So let's take a look at the move without the perk. So if we're at this first gray line, this move goes almost to that next gray line right there behind Shaggy. It goes down to the first gray line on the bottom. The minimum range is right about here, and if we hit Shaggy, it'll do 14 damage. Alright, let's throw the perk on now and see what it looks like. Now, it is at way beyond Shaggy. It is way below him too. We could actually go down to the bottom very well. And let's see what the damage done. The minimum range is about the same, so he's right about the middle now, right? So it does 14 again. Let's see if we can catch him at max range. 17. It adds 3. And let's see what minimum range is. 8. So it drastically drops the range. Let's actually see if, without the perk, if it actually takes damage off the minimum that the move does. No, 14. So it stays 14 throughout without the perk, and you actually get a negative when you put on the perk for catching in close range. So it's kind of trying to incentivize using this move at further ranges and being more accurate. Our second perk is going to be Flaming Reentry. Landing from Superman's leap attack ignites enemies and leaves a firewall on the ground. Normally, Superman's up special is not that great on its own, but with this perk, you actually leave a fire trail now, and if they stand in it, it will leave them with Ignite, which will do ticking damage. It gives it a little bit more utility as a zoning tool. The final perk is going to be Break the Ice. Superman deals additional damage to fighters debuffed by ice. The additional damage scales with stacks of ice. The additional damage Superman gets from this isn't just his ice, it's all ice, but it gives good synergy with his neutral special. So now, when Superman has someone with ice on them, he actually does more damage. So with a neutral attack, it just does 5. If we let's try to put the minimum, and it does 6 damage now with a regular neutral punch. Let's try that one more time. No, still 5. So let's add a bit more now. Let's go to about 10. Or let's go to 11. And now it does 6 damage. Let's try that one more time, make sure it's consistent. At 11, it's doing 6 damage. Now let's get them all the way to 14. I don't want to completely freeze them out. Oh, but I did. It did 6 there. So let's try to get to 14. I can't. But it did 6 consistently. Let's try one more time to get him to 14. No, it's not going to work there. It's like playing one of those games where you have to stop it right at at the arcade where you have to stop the spinning light. But at 13, it still does 6 damage. So it's not a high percentage. It's an additional 3. At an additional 3 even at 12. So let's see at 10. I wonder at what point it becomes 6. Alright, so it looks like at 11. Starting at 11, you're going to do 6 damage. You're going to do additional 3 damage with all of your attacks. Let's say it that way. So if you have 11, you're going to do an additional 3 attacks. But it's good because the ice breath, ice in general, the frozen debuff, just slows your enemies. So not only are you taking advantage of slow enemies, but you're doing more damage to them as well. Let's take a look at Superman's passive ability. He is so amazing. He is so great, so powerful, so fast. He only has one passive. To the skies. Superman can dodge upward and diagonally upward from the ground. The typical character in this game, they have a spot dodge, a dodge forward, and a dodge backwards. Since Superman's one of the few characters with true flight where he can just fly because that's what he does, he actually can dodge upwards, he can dodge diagonal backwards, and diagonal forwards. And something cool that I noticed is everyone in this game, they have the access to 2 jumps in the air. So if I jump, you get 2 dodges, and 2 special moves. After that, you're done. But if you start off with Superman's air dodge up, you still get your 2 jumps, you still get your 2 air dodges, and you get your 2 up specials. So if you lead with that, you actually get a little bit more mobility in the air, which Superman loves to do. He loves to fight in the air. But you gotta be careful because you can kill yourself. So just watch out. Don't get too excited with that. Don't chase too hard. Now for normal attacks. Superman's grounded neutral attack is going to be Super Punch. He charges an armored forward punch. So, right here, as you can see, you get that little hex design, which means you have armor, and you can charge this as much or as little as you want. From the middle of the stage, it's almost going to be impossible to kill someone, but if you do have them at the edge of the stage and you're doing this at high damage, it is easier to kill. It's just not going to be your typical kill move. It is possible to combo into this move, it's just not the easiest. So let's try. There you go. So you could go down tilt into a neutral special. You usually have to dash out of it. Let's throw the hit stun combo on. So there you go. So if you don't charge it too much, down attack into neutral is going to be a true combo. So 2 forwards will not be a true combo, and 1 will be if you don't charge it all the way. So it's good to follow up with not so great of a lead unless you're trying to bait out an attack. If you know someone's spamming towards you, you can use the super armor to tank 1 hit and then just let go if you know you're going to come through and you're going to smack them and you're going to beat them through with it. Next we have the grounded side attack, Kryptonian combo with a K of course. It's just going to be a combo of rapid punches. If you've played this game, you have more than likely seen this move before because it's what a lot of the spammers do. So just like every other jab, you get 2 hits that are cancelable and then you just go into a full flurry of combos. Now if you go into the flurry, it will just stop, but if you hit 1 more time, there's going to be a final punch right here. There you go. That's a little bit more powerful. And as I've mentioned before, with other jab moves, you can change the direction if you notice that your opponent is just slipping out of it. Once you're in the flurry, you cannot change directions. And it's cancelable mainly out of the first hit into true combos. So if I go 1 jab and then up, true combo into up tilt, true combo to down tilt, true combo into neutral. However, if you try to do off the second hit, not a true combo as you notice by the hit stun. And when it's still decayed, you're almost never going to get a combo. There we go. Not a true combo into down. Let's try it for neutral. Not a true combo into neutral. So if you're going for true combos, you're definitely going to want to do those off the first hit. Then we have up ground attack, overhead strike. You charge an armored hammered upswing. If you're starting to notice a theme, that might be that Superman likes to charge and he likes his armor. I mean, the man's bulletproof, so obviously he likes armor. With this move, it is a great anti-air move. If someone's coming over the top, you just charge this up, you're gonna take 1 hit, especially for characters like Jake. I hate Jake's down air. You take 1 hit and then you just smack them out of it. It's good to combo into, and it's good to combo out of. You can combo out of it into up air. So if I don't completely, there you go. It gives you that air priority that you're looking for as Superman. You can, if you're quick enough, combo into up air. It's a little bit harder without charging it all the way. There you go. It's not a true combo, but it's just a good follow-up. It's a very good anti-air move, and it's just a good move to get the characters right where you want them, which is in the air, and give yourself that priority. Last ground normal move is going to be downward swing. Once again, we charge an armored arcing down swing that breaks armor. There's a lot of armor in that sentence. So Superman, as you can see by the purple, he charges an armor break. I noticed that it does say armored in it, correct? However, if you notice, Superman does not have that hex design that you get with the other moves. These are his other armored moves. You don't get that. So I tested this out, And there actually isn't armor on this move. So let's take Shaggy. Let's put Shaggy on normal attack. So let's let him run into us, and he's able to hit us. We don't tank a shot like you normally would. You notice that? So I don't know if this is an error somewhere. I'm gonna make note of it, but there is no actual armor on this move. So despite not having the armor throughout the move, it's still a good move to use in combos. So you could actually go down tilt into a forward tilt combo. And it was a true combo up until the transition into the flurry of blows. You could also try, if they're not mashing out too hard, you could try to go down tilt, forward tilt, down tilt. And it's quick enough that you might hit them, but there is potential for them to get out of that. Let's go into recovery, or let's try dodge. Let's see if he actually dodge. There you go. So he can actually get out of it. Alright, there you go. So first jab will be a true combo, so you just have to kind of get priority or play around the dodge after that if you're going for this move. Also, with his down tilt, Superman can actually hit opponents who are trying to recover, so this is a good edge of the stage guarding move as well, just to kind of keep people at bay, and then if you do hit them, you can actually just chase them down afterwards. Air normals. Superman's first air normal is going to be neutral air, that is bullet barrage. He does a rapid 3-punch attack. This is going to be one of Superman's best air moves. You could actually move with it, you get movement, and you can carry your opponent as you're going along. You can move it along the ground. It's good for both like air utility and short hops. If someone's off the stage, it's good to stop those recovers. You can just carry it along. You can lead with it. There's not much you can't do with this move, so it's something that I recommend using a lot while you're in the air. You could fast fall with it. If you are able to, it's a little bit difficult, but earlier in the tutorials, they mentioned that dodge jump thing to get good momentum. You can actually dodge jump into this and kind of carry the character a little bit further than you would normally be able to because of that momentum. So that's also something you want to try to remember as you're trying to zone someone out. If you notice, I would have carried them out of the zone with that. So it's very good. That was an accident. There you go. Forward air. Forward air is going to be flying swing. Once again, we charge a fast forward swing. So this punch, you're almost never going to charge it all the way up. It is a great lead up move too to start air combos. So let's see. 6 damage there. Now if we charge it all the way, 9 damage. So 3 damage increase. But this move is great to start with priorities. As you can see there, you can combo that into the forward jab. You can also combo it into neutral, but you actually have to dodge out of it, so it's not as easy. So following it up with the jab might be your best bet. It's just such a fast move. Like, you can just follow up with this so much, it's kind of crazy. This is probably one of Superman's second best air moves. You're going to be able to follow up a lot in the air. You can come after up tilt, and you can try to combo off of that. There you go. That's a true combo. It's just, you're going to give a lot of chase with this move, and it also kills at higher damages. It's pretty useful because it has markers on the ground too, so if you fast fall with it, you can actually hit someone who is on the ground with it. LeBron had a similar move that did not hit on the ground, but you do not have to worry about that here. There you go. Even at higher damages, it's still true combos with up tilt. And if you follow up his up special in the air, which we'll get to later, this is pretty much going to guarantee you kills at the top of the map, especially with Superman's very good air mobility and fighting style. And finally, we have down air falling haymaker. Superman charges a downward arcing punch. This move is decent for follow-up for combos, maybe even leading combos, but you're going to find yourself using some of the other airs a bit more. It is good for spikes because it does have decent knockback downwards, and also at higher damages, that means that they bounce off the stage, so you can actually get some combos off the stage. probably, there you go. So you could go into neutral, you can probably go into forward, there we go. You go into forward air there. So a combo is pretty good. The downside is the charging. And there we go. There you go. On to grounded specials. Our first one is going to be Ice Breath. In short, Superman uses his freezing cold breath to apply ticks of ice on his opponent. Anything 14 and below is going to apply a slow debuff. At 15, they are completely frozen, and this gives you time to charge up any move you want and kill them in almost any way you want to try to. You can do forward, you can do down, you can do anything you want. You got free range. Your opponent can try to mash their way out of it. They can struggle and mash their way out, or one of their allies can actually hit them out of frozen. There you go. If you have an ally and you use your Ice Breath on them, you actually give them Ice Gauntlets, and their next attack is going to apply ticks of frozen on the opponent. So it kind of just helps you to try to get those stacks up a little bit higher. If you notice, Shaggy over here has got them Icy Fists. He's got cold hands. Also, Ice Breath will stop and destroy projectiles if they hit the cone. It's a little tough sometimes to get it, but if it's the main part of it, it's going to stop it. As you can see, and then you can kind of just pick them up and throw them as you wish. Now, you may be thinking, what about someone like Bugs Bunny? Well, if you try to breathe on the middle or the bottom of his rocket, it will not do anything to it. But if you catch it at the top, let's try that again. If you catch it at the top, then you actually stop its momentum, you slow it down. If you run into it, it's still going to blow you up. So if Bugs is shooting this at you from the front, you can definitely stop and fight around this rocket. Just make sure you don't hit it because you're still going to take damage. And that would just look foolish. But it is kind of a bit of a relief to know that you can stop some of these projectiles. Actually, a lot of them. And something that I recently found out that I love completely is, if you've played this game and you don't main Taz, you probably hate Taz. Well, Taz's side special can't hurt us anymore. You pretty much put up a wall that stops him. Your breath is so strong, you stop a Tasmanian devil from hitting you. This is just great if you know you're playing one of those spammers. This is something you could do to just prevent them from getting in on you. This also works for Arya Stark as well. It just stops your dash cold. Side special is going to be Locomotive Charge. You charge to aim a reticle. On release, Superman will dash to that location with a powerful armored punch. We showed a bit of this move before, so this is the reticle, this is the range you have. It is increased with that perk. And Superman, wherever you have the reticle done, that's where his dash is going to end. And then he extends his punch a little bit beyond where the reticle actually is. So if I drop it here, I'm still going to hit Shaggy. Thing is though, you can actually go through your opponents, so you have to be a little bit careful with this move. You can aim it up, and another cool thing is you can actually aim it down off stage. So if someone's trying to recover low and they think they're safe, no, you're not safe. No one can hide from Superman. Careful, you will run into platforms. It does not go through platforms. There you go. So remember, just try not to go through. Your best bet is to be on or slightly before the person. If you're a little behind, I think there's leeway as well. Yeah, there's leeway there too. Up special is going to be Meteor Liftoff. You charge a launch into the air, then come hurtling back down to the ground with a powerful impact. On startup, you get super armor, and you do damage to people around you with startup. This honestly is, because of the timing, is one of Superman's worst moves. It does have kill potential, but it's just so hard to do because you're gonna get hit there. If you don't get hit there, you can get punched out of the air. I've been punched out of the air a lot, but the move is cancelable out of the air. You can cancel with a jump, or you can cancel with a dodge upwards. Either way, you can stop the move in the air. It does kill at very high damages because the knockback is pretty good. And if you manage not to get your super armor broken, you do that initial damage down here. It's just, you're not going to use it a whole lot. It's hard. But when you do get to use it, it's pretty exciting to get a kill off of it. And down special is going to be heat vision. Superman uses his signature laser eyes. That man got LASIK. Superman receives armor and uses his laser vision. The laser projectile travels until it hits the ground and then knocks enemies upward with ignite. This is one of Superman's best moves, both on the ground and in the air, because at 0 damage, look at this. That knockback is actually crazy, or that knock up. Like, you can combo off of that. It's absolutely insane. And even if it's not a true combo, it gives you such good positioning, and you can't get hit when you're on the ground with that initial hit because you have super armor. The move actually does hit behind you as well, so you don't have to worry if they're directly on you, and the range is pretty good in front. It's all around just one of his best moves, and something I plan to be using a whole lot more of. In the air, neutral special is going to be exactly the same as it is on the ground. So, as you can see, same exact move. It does slow Superman's fall, so if I jump and fall, I just go straight down. But if I'm using it, it does slow my fall, so this might be something you want to be able to use to stall yourself off the edge if you're just trying to make your recovery as slow as possible. That's about the only difference with it from using it on the ground. Side special in the air is 10-ton tackle. That reminds me of 2-ton tunic, if any of you guys have watched Shaolin Showdown. But 10-ton tackle, Superman will fly forward, charge to increase the flight distance. If he collides with an enemy flying, he will grab them and then he will punch them forward. So, if you've noticed Superman flying around, that would be this move. And this move has pretty crazy range. From the middle of the map, if I use it once and charge it all the way, I get to the boundary. So that means if you're at the boundary and you're worried, you can actually use this move. You can angle it upwards, you can angle it downwards. It's pretty useful, but you are very vulnerable. So if you're using this to recover, you are a sitting duck for someone who is good at spikes, so you want to be careful with that. But if you're at a short distance, you can actually get decent kills with this. So if, say you're here and you're just like getting close, and you can get kicked out of it, but if you get close to someone and they're not spamming air attacks, you can definitely get yourself a kill with this move. It's just a little bit harder to do. Up special in the air is going to be Go Long, which I feel is aptly named because this move sends people flying. Superman lunges upwards, grabbing any enemy he comes into contact with, and then he can throw them in any direction. So mainly you're going to see people playing Superman throw upwards because it's the closest zone. And you can actually combo it into another throw. I use combo loosely, it's not a true combo. But if you're getting the hang of your opponent's dodge patterns, then you can definitely try to throw them twice. It's gonna make kills very easy, especially if you follow up with up air. You go, like right there, it kills. That was at like 50. So if you get someone high enough, someone who keeps staying in the air, you definitely can get kills early on. At 40, that would have killed just there. It is not his best move, but it's definitely one of the flashier moves, and you're gonna see a lot of people trying to get kills with it. But it's also good you can throw down and try to get combos. If they're at higher damages, you're going to get a ground bounce. And if you're off the stage, you can actually throw downwards, and it has a decent amount of stun to it, where if you're lower, if I caught him here, he's probably dying off that. So it's just good to use where your positioning is to determine where you throw it. Don't always throw up, don't always throw down. Think about what's smart for wherever you are on the map. Finally, down air, I already spoke about this move. Heat vision, the only difference is now you do not get super armor, but look at the range of this move. So careful, because you can fast fall out of it if you double tap down, but when you're high up in the air, you can use heat vision and you can drag it. So you're not stuck in place, you can actually move forwards, you can move backwards with it. But, like, look at the knockback. It brings Shaggy to me. Like, it's insane. I hit down too many times. I keep doing it. But, like, it brings Shaggy to me. That's insane. That's ridiculous. I'm going to be trying to use this move a whole lot more because it just has so much more utility than I realized. That knockback is ridiculous. You could just come down into another move and just take advantage of that hit stun. You can be creative with this because there's just so many different things you can do with it. It gives a lot of setups. Also, Superman's laser from the air actually loops around the edge a little bit. So if someone's trying to stay off the ledge, as you can see, there's some hitboxes on the ledge, so you can actually edge guard with the laser as well. This move could do anything. Like, this move might be able to clean your dishes. So just try to toy around with this, see what other things you can do with it, and just know the higher you are, it kind of tends to cover up. It looks like it covers a bit more distance. But you can also cut it short too, so try not to do that. There you go. And just so you can see it on this ledge too, it just goes a little bit over the ledge. So that's all the moves. We're going to get into some combos. I mentioned this before, but Superman being a tank doesn't have a lot of true combos, not a lot of things string together well as, let's say, LeBron or Finn. So any Superman mains, please let us know, like, any good combos, any good tech, any good subs you have, because Superman relies a lot on mobility, positioning, using dodges to be faster than a normal tank would be, using his air mobility, follow-ups in the air. That's what's going to get you kills with Superman. It's not going to be comboing and stringing 5 moves together. It's going to be putting your opponent into vulnerable positions and then killing them out of that. Whether it be up air into up air into up grab into up air, like, that's going to be the kind of stuff that you do with Superman right there. None of that's a true combo. That's a lot of knowing how to put them into bad positions and taking advantage of those positionings. With that said, we'll show the combos that we can do. We'll show the kind of follow-ups that you can do. And then after that, use your mind, be creative, show me what you can do, or tell me what I did wrong. Let's go. As I mentioned before, you can cancel out of your first jab into many moves. If you do first jab into up tilt, you can follow up with up air. There you go. And then after that, you can kind of just chase down your opponent and just try to take advantage of being in the air, because you're Superman and the air is your domain. Also, out of the first jab, you could try to go into down tilt and then try to follow that up with neutral. Someone mashing to dodge will probably get out of this, but with the super armor, they won't be able to capitalize on you because you have super armor. So you're still going to try to get a hit off if they're just hyper aggressive and they're just trying to hit you. Down tilt will also combo into neutral attack regardless of if it's fully charged or not. So full charge, and then you can go into neutral, or you can just do a quick one into neutral and you're still gonna hit. With air follow-ups, you're gonna wanna lead with either neutral or you're gonna wanna lead with forward air. It's just, you can just stay on them and it's nice. Obviously you're gonna have to deal with a lot of dodging and stuff, but just the aggression that you could put on, it's very nice. And then you can just kind of take advantage of them off stage like that. When you're using combo starters out of the air, it's usually going to either be neutral or it's going to be forward air. Coming out of forward air, you're most likely going to be going into your jab string. It's the truest combo you can get right there. There, he dodged at the end of it. Depending on what part of the forward air you hit with, you can also follow up with his neutral attack. There you go. Or if you're high enough, you can actually combo into neutral air. There you go. Just like that. Using dodges out of your air startups is going to allow you to take advantage of them before they can dodge. So you can go into down tilt, you go into up tilt, you go into neutral. I mentioned you might not use it a lot, but out of down air, you can actually go directly into your neutral air attack. You can go into neutral ground attack, forward attack, or up tilt. Or depending on where you hit them from, you can even go into up air. Coming out of down air, you could also go into forward air, if you're high enough, into one of your grounded neutral moves. Like that. So this is a bit tougher of a combo, but you actually can go down air into forward air, into forward tilt, into down tilt, into forward tilt again. it is really tough. I'm not very consistent at it yet. I'm gonna have to practice Superman a lot more, but if you're good at it, it could be a B&B. Arguably, one of Superman's best combo starters is going to be his laser vision. The opponent's just put in your lap, essentially. You just kind of have to wait there, and you get to choose whether you want to go in with neutral air, forward air. You could do anything you want. The sky's the limit. But remember, if you're starting with the laser vision, you will only get one more of your specials, because it does count against your specials, so you will not be able to follow up with something like double up special. You will usually going up air into up special if that's the case, though. Something along those lines. Out of laser vision in the sky, down air is going to give you a lot of potential for combos because of the ground bounce that you get. 22 damage before you dodge it out. $25 there. That was down air into forward tilt into down tilt. So since you're coming out of a fall 2, you could also follow up with down air into forward air into one of your grounded neutral moves. That was a true combo. 37, and that was a true combo also. So something I learned from actually watching one of G3's videos, he did a really good Superman tutorial, is Superman has a, he calls it edge boosting, where Superman gets a boost of speed when you wave dash off the stage. So he mentioned that it comes from like canceling attacks off the stage. I found it's as simple as, if you try to dash off the stage, like if you just dodge off the stage, you fall normally, right? If you try to cancel, you're going to fall normally too. But if you dash diagonal and towards the edge of the stage, so right now diagonal and left, you're going to fall faster. There's lines that come under Superman that cause like a fast fall. Now, if you mix that with a jump, you're going to boost yourself off the stage. If you hold down too much, you will fast fall, you will die. So be careful. It'll look like that, and then you might die. But if you throw in a jump, so right now, if I jump off the stage, that's about as far as I go. Maybe like 2 lines. But if I diagonally wave dash off and then jump, I get a lot more of distance. So he mentions using this move. Oh my god, I almost couldn't come back. He mentions using this with like neutral air to chase people, and that way you can chase them off the stage, and it just gives you that much extra speed. I mentioned this earlier when I was talking about his neutral air. I didn't explain it correctly. So this is how you can actually do that edge boosting. If you just angle, it can't be straight. You can't just hit straight. You have to angle it downward and left. And you're gonna, then you jump when you get those lines, you're gonna get that boost. So one more time, look for those, so I didn't do it right there, those downward lines there. And then you have to know that they're coming and then jump, and you just get that speed boost off. Boom. And that was one jump, I was pretty much off the stage. Like, I was almost in the blast zone. So this is just good for trying to kill people, because you can follow up very well. Look at that. I don't even have to do a full jump, and I can just follow people off the stage. And since you're Superman, you just side B back because you're always safe. Always. It's kind of crazy. So I have to use this move more to follow, get kills, because this just makes his mobility insane. To wrap up this video, I'm going to put a couple of gameplay clips just because I've had a few fun kills with Superman of just how I used him prior to making this video. I'm going to change up my playstyle a little bit after messing around with him in the lab a bit because I found out a lot of good stuff. But as I mentioned before, Superman unfortunately isn't someone who's going to be doing a lot of chained combos. A lot of your kills are going to come from being aggressive, taking advantage of vulnerable opponents, and just trying to outsmart people a little bit, and just being strong, using your armors, using your brain to know, okay, they're going to come in, they're going to try to attack, well, if I charge this up, I can eat one punch, and I can punish them for that. So try to punish, try to be creative. Once again, any Superman mains out there, please let me know things that you know, put them in the comments. Let's boost those comments so other people can see. Maybe I'll retouch this video as I play Superman more and learn more stuff. So until next time, I want you guys please drop more comments in the bottom. Let me know what other types of videos you'd like to see, what other content you'd like to see, because I am so far all in on MultiVersus. I'll make anything that eyes will want to look at. And let's just have a good time out there, get in the arena, do some cool stuff, show me what it is, and I'll see you next time.
We're not gonna stop, no, no, no. We're not gonna stop, no, 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 no. That I'd always find a way to figure myself out. Now I know that there is no other way to drown these sorrows out. Now I know